another huge trend that is generating a lot of work and opportunity for IP lawyers, right? Rise of influencers and content creators, right? There is a person with huge following on social media. So if they promote a product, if they say something, other people will follow them, right? So global influencer marketing platform market size. I'm talking about not the entire money that influencers are making, but just the platforms which are providing the brands and the companies a place to hire these influencers. That size alone is $5.5 billion. Okay, and it was in 2019. And by 2024, it is supposed to grow to 22.3 billion. Okay, and it is growing at a 30%, like 32% year on year. That's a huge, really fast growth. So whatever it is today, in 3 years, it will become more than double. That is the speed at which it is growing. So there is a massive market and very fast growing market. And in India, it is quite nascent. It is new in India. That it is happening a lot in India also. We are thinking it's a lot, but we don't understand how much more is going on. If you saw Flipkart, Amazon 5 years back, you might have thought, oh, this is not such a big deal. Today, see, more people are buying from Amazon than from anywhere else. Flipkart is so big. People have stopped buying electronics from local shops. They are going out of business and people are buying only online. So that is what has happened within 3, 4 years, 5 years. In 5 years back, if you told somebody this, they wouldn't have believed you. But that's what is happening. Influencer marketing is taking over. In the USA, there are many publicly listed influencer marketing marketplace companies catering to this segment, while in India, this is still new, nascent, right? These content creators need a lot of advice on their legal rights, how to protect their content and brand better, and how to monetize their content that go viral and are used by other copycat content marketers and page owners who build traffic based on that copied content, right? Do you understand the problem? So I made a really cool content. Somebody just copied it to, they know, I mean, a lot of pages online just exist to copy other people's cool content, and that way they grow their audience. Apart from copied content, there are major issues around illegal and unauthorized monetization of content, right? So I may want that, I made some cool content. Why should somebody else have the same content on their platform? If anybody wants to watch this, they should come to my website. They should come to my profile. Why somebody else should be having it, right? If you want to share this, then share my content. You can't copy paste this on yours. And this can have huge impact. Like imagine somebody having millions of subscribers or millions of followers. It is serious. Like, imagine coming up with a cool meme that is trending on the internet while someone else is selling t-shirts and mugs with it and making $1 million from the same. What would it take for you to claim a fair share for your creative input, right? So you created something, you are the creator. If somebody's selling, it's okay, but then you should get your royalty from that. That's the idea, right? And how to do that, and that is where IP lawyers come in. Monetization of reach and content is where IP lawyers are becoming important in this very fast growing segment. Because without the help of the lawyers, these very big content creators and influencers, they are not big, they're just getting rogered because people are copying their content, using their content to make money, not paying them. So they really need this. They really need help from lawyers. This is another significant market for content protection, registration of trademark, copyright, as well as global enforcement of IP rights, including making royalty claims for unauthorized use of content. So if somebody took my content and made money from it, or somebody misused my content, or I should be able to get them to pay me money. I should be able to sue them and recover damages, or get them to share a part of their income from that, right? So if you have copied my video and put it on your Instagram channel and made money from it, then I should be able to also take a part of that money from you, because you have done so by using my content. There have also been legal issues arising out of misconduct and fraud by influencers. So these influencers are getting paid by brands, right? So if they are doing something wrong, then the brands get affected. Sometimes they are doing fraud. Like, you must have seen 𝗸𝗏𝗏 was alleged. There's a case that he has fake followers. So fake followers is a big problem online, that a brand is trusting that, okay, you have 10 million users. So if I pay you 10 lakh rupees to promote my product, it is worth it. But after I give it to you, I make no money because your your followers are all fake. So this is also a legal issue. This is happening a lot. Influencers need legal guidance about their rights and duties. Brands are also hiring lawyers to keep the influencers in line. Right? Makes sense to you guys? Notices and counter notices, apart from recovery suits, non-performance claims, and action for breach of copyright has become commonplace in this industry. There is also increasing legal regulations on influencer marketing, especially regarding transparency and disclosure of such endorsement to one's audience. Legal compliance is becoming increasingly important. Imagine that you are an influencer and you are pretending that, oh, I love this shaving cream. You never use that shaving cream. It is horrible. If you use it, your skin gets burnt. But because they are paying you a lot of money, you are saying this to your audience. Now your audience believes you. They'll go and buy this and their skin will get burnt. So then, is that good? No. So you cannot make false claims. And you should ideally, in some countries, they have made a law that you have to disclose to your audience that this is a paid. In the USA, for instance, there is the FTC Act, which regulates advertising. There are also regulators like Food and Drug Administration, FDA, which regulates and makes rules around advertising of foods, cosmetics, and pharmaceutical products. So if somebody comes and says that, you take this remedy, it will protect you from corona. Can you say that? Without scientific evidence, if you do that, it can create legal liability, like cases were got filed against 𝗶𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. You can say 𝗶𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is also an influencer. He has his own brand and company. So there can be consequences like that. You cannot make baseless claims as an influencer. Then there can be liability. In India, there are scores of law related to advertising that influencers need to comply with. Most influencers don't understand all this. They don't know. For instance, they can be held responsible for false claims made by a brand they are endorsing. Right? There was a case where Akshay Kumar, was held accountable for falsely promoting some brand, right? Because he didn't know, he didn't check, he just promoted, he's getting paid. But you can't do that anymore. There are laws that you cannot do so. Okay. They can face serious charges under laws like Drugs and Magical Remedies Act. Okay. And even under Consumer Protection Act, there are provisions now which says there's a new Consumer Protection Act. You should check it. Consumers could sue them under the consumer protection laws for baseless claims if endorsed. Employment of influencers is also a problem, right? Like airline wouldn't risk employing Flying Beast after the Air Asia incident. I don't know what is the incident, sorry. You can tell more about the incident in the comments. I'll try to answer your question then. Okay. So what is the incident, Anupam? Tell us more. So apart from enforcing and protecting IP rights and drafting contracts, IP lawyers often are first respond, because IP is so close to this industry. So those influencers are using IP lawyers, and they first go to IP lawyers for everything. Now, IP lawyers are often first responders and advisors to the influencer on overall legal issues related to their trade, and it is emerging as a very lucrative area of work for lawyers. Because I'll tell you why. Because, just think of an influencer, right? These influencers, some of them are very big, they are earning enough money, but not all are so big, right? So they cannot really go to a big law firm and pay a lot of money. Okay. Maybe they're earning 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. Somebody's earning 1 or 2 lakhs. And they need to register. They want to increase from 1 lakh to 3 lakh. But they cannot go and pay to a law firm 50,000 rupees for the service, right? So they're happy to pay a lawyer maybe 10,000 retainership per month, right? Even paying that out of 1 lakh is a big headache for them, right? Maybe when they earn 2 lakh, they'll be more open to do so, but they'll do it. But you have to, so basically, instead of going to big lawyers, big law firms, they're willing to work with more junior lawyers, more young lawyers, who can actually help them. The problem is a lot of young lawyers are not able to help them to that extent, right? They're not able to give them the proper advice. So this is where all of you have good opportunity.